Hey everybody, my last tutorial for the hand that I was working on here got a little weird, so I'm going to try doing this a little more. I don't have actually a lot left to do on this hand. This is the reference, by the way. So I'm just going to try and tell you what I said in the last one. Um, and right now I'm adding some moonlighting around it. I also, it's tough to go back and do different um, tutorials that are just focused on one thing because I tend to come back to sections a lot. I'm sure I'll be coming back to this arm and her hand and the dress, and the dress is not even, I still have the waistband to do, but it's just a little bit of the hand for now. I talked a little bit about how feminine hands can be really tough to do because they're very soft, and you have to use a very soft brush. Now here, I don't want her hand to look completely blue, but I still want to give some blue. Night images are really tough to do because they, at nighttime, colors really get desaturated, so your eye knows what it looks like, but when you're actually, like, let's say, using a color picker off of a nighttime painting, you start to realize that everything you're getting is it doesn't look like the color that you think it is. So you kind of have to do a lot more extra work, a lot more faking the funk, sort of, as I know that I can use Control-Z, but I'm really dyslexic, and it takes me longer to figure out how to get a shortcut working. And by the time I've done that, I've wasted a bunch of time. So I'm just going to try and not do edit undo a whole bunch. So it's not so confusing for you all. Or, I know it wastes time. I would highly suggest, if you can remember it, to do Control-Z to undo stuff instead of edit undo, which is what I do. So I'm sorry, I'm being a big hypocrite. If there's that background noise, it's my fans. It's very hot in my area right now. So I'm sorry for the extra noise, but my computer will self-destruct if I don't have some kind of error on it. This probably isn't important information. Sorry if I talk quietly. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the volume settings on this. I'm talking pretty loud, actually, for myself, but it's just not picking up my voice. I don't know why. Maybe because I sound like Minnie Mouse. I don't know. We shall see if I can get an editing program what it can tell me. I've got these images over here to kind of like help, and sometimes if I get really lost in like a nighttime look, I'll see what this artist chose for his colors. Or same here. It's inspiring for the atmosphere. It's to just also kind of continue to remind me that yes, indeed, I am painting a night painting, as difficult as those are. It's very tough to make sure that when you're taking a reference, it often is not going to be the right color scheme or the right lighting, unless you have a really great studio and photographer, or good cameras and models and lighting and all that stuff, and most people don't. So, I don't. So I try to do my best. This picture is my hand. It was actually taken from my webcam, which is not always the best, but I really needed a good reference fast, and my hand was the best choice. I'm just trying to add some extra lighting here because it's all kind of blending together. And it's important also to sometimes pull out of the, zoom out, because you'll realize that something will look weird, but it doesn't look strange up close. Here are my flats. This whole group. I try not to have too many, or I try to flatten them. Compress them, merge them together as I go, as I don't need them anymore, because they can be real cumbersome on the size of the image itself. The size of the gigabytes, basically. And a lot of the pieces I work with are 600 dpi and above, dots per inch. So they can get very large, and it can be very cumbersome. But it also it's frustrating when you go to save and you've got this big load bar, and it's loading, and it's loading, and it's loading, and it's saving, and there's a thunderstorm coming, and you got to turn everything off fast. It's kind of stressful, so I try to keep certain stuff down to a minimum. And I'm sure this hand is probably a little too big for shortening. There's the underline mark. Tends to make it look big. I'm going to make the fingers a little small because I have freakishly long fingers. You'll notice in a lot of my paintings that I use my fingers, and I try to shorten them because they're very long. Which is tough when I'm trying to draw somebody with really small, delicate hands. That's a good time for friends and family to come in and help out. I highly suggest enlisting your friends and family. And I'm going to stop there for now. I'm sure it needs probably more work as I go. I'm going to merge this down with her skin. So, get rid of the reference. So it's a little more. That is an unfinished leg and body. You'll get to see the full thing either in the edited first tutorial or when I get to post this. And thank you for watching and checking out my stuff. We'll try to make better videos in the future. Thanks.